Well, hi, this is Shirley from Shirley's Art Ventures, and I'm going to walk down to the mailbox. There's some storms out there, so I'm kind of hoping I don't get too wet. It's sprinkling right now, but we shall see. I have a little puddle, so it rained earlier. I was out, and when I came back, I noticed there are some puddles. There are some storms southwest of here, and we are under a tornado watch, and there's some warnings in a county over, so I think I'll be okay. If you look at my tree, the daffodils are blooming, and here is our tree. A couple years ago, a wind blew a great big old branch down from the tree, and it went over the road, and it is getting a little windier. Here is the road. This road, 4 years ago, some of you might recall, this road was underwater, probably up to about where I'm stepping. And the bridge up ahead was also underwater. And that was quite the event of the time. We lost 4 cars at the end of the road. And that's where we're going to be going to get the mail. We are kind of known for our wooden bridge. People are kind of afraid of the wooden bridge, but I think it's kind of cool. It's very, very sturdy overall. It has some big beams underneath. And here is the Sugar River floating along. There's some brush on the Sugar River. I feel the wind right now. Here is one of our fields. They burnt this field off a couple weeks ago to get rid of the weeds. That's what you do in the springtime. You burn off your fields. And it's starting to grow back. And if you look over there, that's some of our land over there. That's, I don't know, I guess they're getting ready for spring planting. And then on this side of the river, you can see this pole here. There is a white sign about a third of the way up the pole. That was how high the water was. And that's the light pole. There was 3 of them. We have signs on all 3 of those poles. Across the road, the farm across the road, that has been sold to the county, and from what I heard, they're going to make it into a park. Here is our field. My husband plowed it a couple weeks ago, and I think we're kind of waiting for things to dry out a little bit. And if you look beyond, kind of under the horizon line, there's another big pile of dirt over there. That is the gravel pit. They started working on that like 2 weeks ago, and we knew they were going to be making a gravel pit, oh goodness, 15-20 years ago. And there's one across the road that's a pond now that they've taken all the gravel out. And if you look over here, back there in the trees, there's more dirt that they're digging up. They're working on the highway. And there's our sign on the pole. They're redoing the highway. They're making it straighter. And they were going to do that a few years ago, but they decided not to, because the road was all broken up and they needed to resurface it. And that became a bigger priority than making the new highway. Okay. Now this is the road down in front of my house, and the flood, this whole thing, everything here was underwater. And we usually park our cars about down here at the end of the road. We take the tractor through the road to get out and go to work. But the water never gets that deep until it flooded 4 years ago. And it went over the road, and all the cars were underwater here. It was to the roof of the cars. You couldn't get through this road here, and it went halfway up the road over there. So that was interesting. Oh, hey, my package. Oh my goodness, I have been waiting for my package. Heavens, they shoved it in here and they didn't even tell me about it. Has my name on it. It says Amazon Fulfillment Center. So that's my package. What's this? Another package. I got 2 things. Did I really get 2 things? And there's a couple other things in the mailbox. Oh, looks like somebody's graduating. So here's my little mailbox. Hey, this was a worthwhile trip. I've been waiting for my package. So when I get back, we'll have to look to see what's inside the package. I know I ordered some patterns because a friend of mine, well, not really a friend, somebody I know via a paper making group on Facebook, oh goodness, probably 15 years ago, they started up again, and they solicited, or they didn't solicit, they commissioned me to make a couple of rats for them. So I bought a pattern book to make the rats. If you look up there in the field, you can see this here, but there in the field is the truck, one of the trucks that's not working. You know, when you live on a farm, things always seem to break down. That's just kind of how it goes. Okay, I'm walking back toward my house, and this is the road that was underwater, our infamous flood that we remind people of whenever they come to visit. And this is a nice little walk, not too far. You know, when I go up the hill, I will be kind of puffing and panting, but that's a good little walk. And when I get inside, I have to see what's in 2 packages, both with my name on them. I know I ordered one thing. I don't remember ordering 2 things. I'll have to check it out. And I'm also checking out my cute little camera here. It is kind of cool for this. It is a little difficult to film like my tutorials with this camera, but I think this would be like a good one outdoors when I do my art fairs. I can use this little gizmo thing and film it and kind of look at the area. Coming up to the bridge now. Kind of look at the area. You can see things are growing. It's been so cold here. Tomorrow will be the 1st of May. And we had 2 days in the 70s. One day we actually got a whole bunch of people at the nursing home out. And the other day was Saturday. So I'm not sure what went on a Saturday. Yeah, it's just been weird. It's been cold. I guess last week it froze again. Here's our hill. Things are starting to bud through and grow. You got the little moss there. There's different flowers there, different trees. At one time we had rocks here, and we planted flowers amongst the rocks, and now they're kind of covered over. We mow a lot of lawn. We actually have like 4 places that are mowed, and depending on who's mowing, you'll see how much does get mowed. This tree up here, it's kind of an interesting little tree. Actually, it's a big tree. I think it was around the time my husband was little, and it has a little hole in it. The hole's gotten smaller. The tree has kind of grown around it. And we're getting up back to the farm, or back to the buildings. This shed up here has cattle in it. And we're getting back to my house, where I'll go and check out what came from Amazon. Oh, that was a nice little hike up the hill. So we'll see you later, and I'll tell you what I got from Amazon. Well, I'm back home, and only one of the gifts and only one of the Amazon packages was for me. The other was for my son. Of course I thought it was for me, but no, it was for my son. But the package that I got was this cuddly amigurumi toys, and I wanted this little mouse pattern. So I have been commissioned to make a couple of mice, and I got my book, and tonight I can start making my mice. So have a great day, and I will show you more later. Thank you so much. This is Shirley from Shirley's Art Ventures.